Let me get my mic on. I'm sure people are like, Shane, your mic.
Hey, we wore the right colors.
Man,
so nice.
We did. Huh?
Way to go.
Man.
Yeah.
So we got Bobby Ann here today. It's Bobbi and then space ANNE.
That is correct.
From the York County Literacy Council.
Way to go. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So real quick, little infomercial from me on the Shane Train. I'm with Online Media, and we're going to talk about, real quick, Give Local York and what that's all about. And a big shout out to Megan Hess. Everything, Megan, you're doing amazing. And also the York Federal Fellows Alumni Association. I mean, y'all got together and like put this amazing whole thing together. And you know, Lancaster was one of the was a York Federal Fellow also.
Sam Bracey was a Federal Fellow, yeah.
So that's pretty cool, this whole thing. And you know, for those, I mean, we have such a giving community, man, South Central Pennsylvania.
We do.
You know, for the first time ever on May 4th. Put it on your calendar, May 4th.
It's
going to be amazing. Our community is transformed. Basically, we're going to celebrate the non-for-profits and let them introduce themselves to the community. Right. And it's going to be amazing because there's going to be a stretch pool of money. First Friday activities. It starts on that first Friday at midnight down at Central Market. And there's going to be all kinds of dine-outs, flash mobs. Give Local York is going to unite you and me with them because we're all one.
We are.
And everything stays in York County.
It does stay in York County. Yeah,
cool.
the money will be used here.
And we're given opportunities because we want you to get to know all the things that York. What a lot of people don't know, what I found in my time, is that how when something goes in the community, wherever the government is not available or doesn't have something, the non-for-profits are huge and they're an intricate part. You probably most of the time don't even know you're using the services of these non-for-profits, and you are.
Right.
That's how seamless and part of the community they are. So let's talk about how long have you been doing this and what got you started? How long have you been doing it?
I have been with the York County Literacy Council for 16 years. I started out as a coordinator, became an adult program manager and grants writer, and then 12 years ago, I became the executive director.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
it's been a
16
long
years.
It doesn't feel like that though.
That's passion.
Yeah.
When you do what you love. So what got you to get involved in it? Was it just a job and you were like, hey, here's an opening?
You know what? I think back to that, what I was thinking when I read the job offering. I thought, I remembered from my childhood. Do you remember the phrase, reading is fundamental? Right? And I've heard it kicked up recently. But that had always stuck with me, that it should be fundamental. It should be a basic skill that everybody has a right to. And it shocked me, to be honest with you, Shane. When I first went to the council and I was taking people's intakes, and I would sit down and interview them, and they'd fill out a form, and then they'd fill out a place where they could write the alphabet and write their numbers and write a sentence. And most of the time people were able to get through sentences. They struggled with capital letters and spelling and punctuation. But I had one gentleman who was in his mid-40s, and I almost fell off the chair. He couldn't get past the letter F. He got from A to F, and he said, I don't know anymore. And I said, you don't know any more of the alphabet, and I'm a newbie to this group. And he said no, and I said, well, can you sing the song? He couldn't. And so that was a huge eye-opener just a few weeks after I started, to see the dramatic difference that people can have from no literacy skills whatsoever, the inability to
And you wouldn't know it in the community, you wouldn't know it, right?
Often they're hardworking people with part-time jobs, 2 or 3 part-time jobs, because they can't get a good job with benefits without a high school equivalency. Yeah.
Can you pull your phone up? And if you want, I can give you mine, and I can share and invite yours once you pull it up. or whatever. We're gonna have fun.
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. So can you pull up your Facebook?
I can.
Take time. So I appreciate what you all are doing. I didn't realize that. I'm gonna learn today with you all just a little smidgen of what York County Literacy Council is doing for our community and how important it is in our community. I mean, you know, there's people that want jobs that might not be able to get jobs. I'll let you have this one.
Okay.
And then if you see comments come up, you can say hi to people.
Okay.
All right, and then I'll see if I can generate some more people to come to us.
Okay, that sounds
How's
like
that?
a plan.
And we can skip all around. So 16 years ago, we're talking a couple days in or a couple weeks in,
Probably a week and a half, 2 weeks in.
and you come
Shocking.
across this situation. So what were you thinking at that time? Like, my work is cut out for me. I have my place. I have to be a part of this.
I have to be
can
a part
help.
of this. I have to be a part of this. I always knew I wanted to be a part of literacy and helping people, but I didn't realize the drastic deficits that people could have. And then a couple of years into it, I can't remember exactly when, but we started to offer math because I had.
So people might not know that you guys offer literacy
Right.
in math and reading.
We do some. Our mission statement includes functional literacy, and that means what it takes to function. in
Functional
today's
literacy. I
community.
like that.
We also do a little bit of computer literacy. We try and teach workplace literacy so that people have the language and the skills to.
Can you turn that down, or is your going?
This way. Good. Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
See how
Alright.
I'm phone literate.
Yeah.
I'm a bit crazy.
There's Brent. See, so did you see?
No, I didn't see it.
So, that's Dave. Hey, Dave, how are you? Oh, so Brent came on yours.
Oh,
All
you're
right.
on the bottom. I thought it was on. Okay.
All
Hi, Dave. Anyway, where were we?
So we were talking about everyday literacy. You were talking about
Functional
that's
literacy
functional
skills
literacy.
that help people get through every day. It's an important skill to have to be able to. I told you before. I can't remember if we were on camera yet, but to make change of a 20. The reason we got back into math, we did it like years and years before Bobby. BB, I call that.
Poor Bobby. I love it. 16 years.
That's a long time, right?
Yeah.
We got back into math because I had a tutor say to me, "Do you have any plastic coins or fake money?" And I said, "Why? What are you doing?" She said to me, she explained to me that the young man that she was tutoring in reading, and he did have a lot of difficulties with reading. He had a job. He worked in a warehouse, and he'd get his paycheck, and he would go down to the local check cashing store. Which charged a lot of money to cash that check, but he also would bring his bills with him, and he would hand it all over to the gentleman behind the counter, or the woman behind the counter, and rely on them to make out those checks and pay those bills for him and give him back whatever was the change. And he had no idea
That's
if it
heartbreaking.
was heartbreaking.
I mean, for anybody not to know that there's an opportunity out there. Everybody wants to be better, but everyone doesn't have the opportunity. They don't know that the opportunity that you guys are here, and that's what we want to let
We're
people know.
here. We're
So
here.
we want to share this, so no one should be embarrassed or
Absolutely
feel
not.
stupid or anything.
No.
It doesn't matter how you are where you are today, but there's a help to move you to the next level of literacy.
We have 900 people last year who came to us for help. 900, like anybody out there who needs a little extra help with reading or writing, you want to get that high school equivalency, that GED, come to us, give us a call, 717-845-8719. Look us up on the internet, or you got us.
Yeah, I got you everywhere.
He's totally got us.
We're sharing. So you don't mind if I get,
Hi,
I tell
Al.
people, I hope you don't mind if I get kicked out of some groups. You know, if you're in, I'm going to give you a little social media lesson.
Okay.
If people put you in groups and stuff, if you're not allowed to talk about stuff that you feel, the only way to change the media is to be a part of it,
Mhm.
right? And that's with social media with us. You get to be a part of it by hitting the share and invite button. So there's people, you can't know everything about everybody,
That's right.
right? They might have a brother, a cousin, an aunt that doesn't know how to talk and no one wants to tell anybody about it, right? Or they're having trouble. And so just share this out. Give people the opportunity. Get to know.
Absolutely.
Maybe someone had a relative that wasn't treated a certain way, and they have a passion for them, for reading and writing for people. Or maybe, what if someone comes from a different speaking, like Spanish or something else, a different country? Can you help them with that?
Absolutely. We immerse people in English. We have classes and we have tutoring. We have lots of classes. I brought you a whole schedule and there's a whole page worth. But there's classes from like 9 in the morning until 9 at night, Monday through Thursday. And then we have citizenship classes for people who are interested in getting their citizenship and what that takes. You know, there's questions and interviews and things like that.
So where are you located?
We are at 800 East King Street. We're in the United Way building.
So for people visiting 800 East King Street, so King Street, the
corner of King and Sherman.
So on King and Sherman, right on the corner of King and Sherman, right there.
And give us a call and make an appointment, and we will get you scheduled in. We do some basic testing just to see what your strengths are and where you need a little bit of help, and then we get you lined up in a classroom or with a tutor, or maybe we just...
What if someone wants to get their GED?
They want to get their GED, same thing.
Can you help with that?
We do. We help by, first of all, they come in, they're interviewed, they have an intake form, they take a basic test to see how high they are, if they're close to getting, being able to pass a GED or a high school equivalency test. We give them a practice test at no charge. And then, if funds are available, you might be able to, if you can show an income level, of course, you might be able to show, to get that paid for, because we have a fabulous funder who says, please use these funds to help the people who cannot afford it pay to get that GED or high set.
So listen, please share this out. Why is it important for the county to have people that can do, what do you call it, functional literacy? Why is that important for our county? Why is it in the best interest of this county?
Literacy has become a basic need. You have to be able to read and write and do basic math to get it. If you go to a warehouse job, most likely you're going to have to read and fill out forms. You're going to have to write your initials. You're going to have to be able to, if you're picking product off the shelves, sometimes you even have to go to a kiosk and key that in. People who are computer illiterate, they can't do that.
Will you help people with computers?
We do. We introduce computers into the classroom. Our goal, hopefully, is to get a computer lab that has ongoing classes. But we have, for any of our students, our computer lab's available 24. Not 24/7. Don't say that. Anytime the office is open, our
so whenever the office is open, you have a computer lab.
We do.
And what is in that? What's in the computer?
We have about 5 computers set up on the internet. There's all kinds of educational software that you can use, but then we're also connecting people to places like CareerLink or other nonprofits.
I was just going to ask you that. So you have connections through the community.
We do. Oh my gosh, yes. That's one of our. That's one of the biggest strengths in this community is that the nonprofits are connected.
See, and people might not know that. So, if you go, I just made sure I shared you out to as many people as I could. I went through your friends list. And listen, one thing is if you have a phone, get 5,000 friends.
Okay,
get 5,000
friends.
And listen, and just so you know, everything's perspective, right?
Okay.
There's 7 billion people on the earth. There's no reason not to. If you're doing good, you should want to have that to be able to tell people your story, and you're important. Everyone is important.
Everyone's important.
So get 5,000.
Okay.
And if you ever want, we do different classes. I'll show you how. See, because you people encourage people in ways they don't realize, right? There could be someone that's like, oh my God, I'm so proud of her. She's awesome. She's always pioneering something. Because you have to be a certain way to be doing the things you're doing, right?
Well, I think that, and there are, I don't know, Megan's going to tell you this later, but there are over 200 organizations, nonprofits,
yes.
over 200 that are signed up to do Give Local. Go Megan. And,
are you going to be out in the market on the 4th?
Oh yes, we're going to be reading stories. We've got a bunch of readers coming in. Actually, do you know Cindy Donnelly? Tom and Cindy Donnelly are our honorary chairs for our campaign this year, and Cindy is an author of a children's book, and she is going to be there. We've got a
awesome.
world-class author. We're going to be on Cherry Lane. We'll be down in in the Guthrie Memorial Library in Hanover. Yeah, we're everywhere.
Nice.
We're everywhere.
Nice.
We've got a staff of 28, but we've got a footprint all over
So
this county.
can you use volunteers?
Oh my gosh, yes, we use.
So what type of volunteers could you use? So let's go through that. If somebody, there's people out there that want to help in this community also. So I want to also bring up, if you're a non-for-profit and you need help, boom.
These are tutors. So we're looking for tutors, people who have a high school equivalency or a high school diploma, who are patient, kind, and are willing to work one-on-one or one-to-one with a student at least, I'm going to say 3 hours a week, to help them learn the basics, help them learn to read, help them learn to write, help them learn English.
What, are you hooked up with your college in there? Like my daughter just graduated to be an English teacher, Gabby, so proud of you. And so she's doing her student teaching in Downtown right now.
Nice.
So, and when you said all that, I thought of her patient, and sweet.
You have to be to be a teacher.
Yeah,
really
oh my God.
So we have tutors, and I think we probably had over 100 and...
So how do they get a hold of you if they want to tutor? And what are the qualifications? You just have to... Jonathan, hi! What are the qualifications to be a tutor?
You're very distractible. Did you know that?
Well, I relax. My thing is I relax.
Hi,
I have to pay. Hey, Randy, how are you when I pay attention to everybody?
Right there.
Huh?
That's my man right there.
Hey, how are you? She's awesome. Obviously, you're awesome. So, no, I jump around it. So I keep
I'm
the
trying
flow.
to keep up with you.
You're doing awesome.
Oh, thank you.
You're awesome. You know what? You can feel your passion for what you do.
Thank you.
And
yes, I love what we do.
And you just said it, to be kind and patient, and you need that, especially when you're at a certain point in the progression of something, and someone else isn't. To get them there, that takes a special spirit.
And you know what? Some of the volunteers come in and they're a little bit worried. What if I don't know? What if I don't know the answer? Well, we don't all know the answers. So you say, I don't know this answer, but let's look it up.
They need more volunteers. They'll help. You can figure out the how.
That's right.
Make
well,
them
we even put our tutors through a 15-hour training.
Wow, that's awesome.
And that's all free too. That's all.
So they get trained, no worries.
No worries. And then they're supported by our coordinators.
I'm so proud of her too. She's awesome. Randy said he's so proud of you.
Thank you, honey.
He said, I'm so proud of you, honey. Christy's my honey. Boom.
So then the other volunteer opportunities, we're always looking for people who can help on committees. Always help.
What do you mean? Like what kind of committees? Like you mean organizing them, or door knocking, or calling, or what? What do you mean?
No, the committees we're talking about are those committees that, like fund development, that help us with the Give Local, right? So organize the things that will be at Cherry Lane, will be at the libraries, will be at.
Okay, so there's people on committees that help you say, here's our strategy. And
on this fundraiser, that fundraiser, whatever that is. We have a finance committee that makes sure that I'm not spending all the money, foolishly. Hopefully they think I'm doing a good job.
So if literacy is in it, there's probably somewhere they could use you.
Absolutely.
If you're into and understanding the importance, if you could be a part of the foundation of lifting up the community from the functional literacy, which is computer, math, reading, all of that coming together in the real world. Having a checkbook, even though I don't know if people use checkbooks now, but having a checkbook and, whether it's online, I guess, but being able to read it, and like she said, get changed for a 20.
Yeah, or write a check. That blew me away too when I actually tutored a young lady who no idea.
Sean, hi. Dave, hi.
Hi, Sean. Hi, Dave.
Yeah.
I actually tutored a young lady who did not know how to write out a check. So we worked on how to write in cursive, which some schools aren't even teaching anymore. But to write in cursive, $1, and then what all the spaces mean, because if that's not something you do all the time, or if you weren't taught, you don't know.
So are you all close to or accessible, What if they live in, let's say, the outer skirts? You do all of York County?
We do all of York County. If you're too far towards the edge, say, of Adams County, we have a sister organization called Adams County Literacy Council. And we would, you're working in Adams County, you could probably go there for a little help. And they're doing the similar things. Lancaster County, the same thing. Lancaster Lebanon Literacy Council.
So the counties are connected just like the non-for-profits are connected.
They're connected in our mission, not only our mission, but whatever's the best for the student. Like I had a student come in, she lives in Columbia, Pennsylvania, but she works in York. And the classes for her would be better to attend here in York. So we just sent her to our Lancaster, our sister organization, and said, have them do the testing, let us know if it works best for you to be here. Why not do that? Why would you give somebody a hard time? You
do the
what
good
needs
thing,
to be
do the
done.
right thing.
Do the right thing.
Yeah, you know what, I love that because,
Hi, Dave.
I'm not a big guy on policies, I'm a big
Robin.
guy on getting things done. Hi Robin, how are you? How is it? How's everyone doing? Listen, we're talking about York County, we're talking about Give Local York partnership with the York Federal Fellows Alumni Association. I mean, I can't say enough about this whole, all the effort and work that everyone's doing is amazing. If you want to pick up an oar and be a part of it, be a part of it. Everyone's ready to go.
May 4th,
Yeah.
all
What
day,
time?
24 hours.
Yeah.
Now, 12 o'clock, that means after May 3rd at midnight, you go to bed at 11:59, you're going to wake up at 12 o'clock. In 1 minute, it'll be time to start those calls. Social medias, get us some funding.
Boom, we're going to
The
have
goal's
fun.
$1 million, but you know what? Lancaster County made over, I think they raised 8.6 last year for more than 400 agencies. This is our first year, and maybe we don't do 8.6, but come on, York, we gotta beat them.
York, the White Rose, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. We're going to put our hustle muscle down. A lot of people, what I found is a lot of people love to give, they just don't know where to give and where it's going to go. So all the money's staying in York County.
It is.
How awesome is that?
That is fabulous because it supports all York County individuals and their effort to better themselves.
Big shout out to Megan. Megan, you're rocking it out there she's going to be on here tonight too, by the way, at 9 o'clock. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. So, just so you know, that's Bobby Ann, Bobbi space ANNE.
Yes.
And I am the Shane Train. Boom.
Oh.
All Bobby. We're going to do a picture with the hustle muscle.
We are, yeah. So I hear.
Yeah, don't forget to get your hustle muscle, right? But we're all putting hustle muscle in this, right?
Everybody is. It's a huge effort of the York Federal Fellows alumni, and there are about 50 of us now, and we are all on board, and we are, bringing it here. It needs to be here. It needs to be here. This is a fun, exciting opportunity for this community to show its love, to show its passion, to show its support for some really wonderful work that's going on in this community.
And the nice part is they're going to get to know the real, because I tell everyone behind everything, inside every building, every car, everywhere you go is a human.
Absolutely.
And so it's the human factor that we at All Live Media are going to bring up. We're going to show you what the human factor is. And as you've seen in every one of these so far, the people with the passion are unstoppable. And how would you not? Like, I'm just excited to be a part of all of this.
We're so grateful
amazing.
to you too. Thanks for sharing our message.
We appreciate it. Yeah, we love the heart, man. Because
Hi, Mia.
York County's got heart, right?
York County does have heart.
And if you're going to make a
Big
better
heart.
world, you make a better self, make a better county, and then it goes from there. And we all feed off each other. York, Harrisburg, Lancaster, we are, boom, feeding off each other. And we should want everyone to do good. And how we're going to do it is right here.
That's
May
right.
4th.
May 4th. Look, 31 days, 6 hours, 54 minutes. Oh my gosh, it's only 16 seconds.
I love it. This is a 24-hour online giving spree presented by York Federal Fellows Alumni Association to benefit hundreds of York County nonprofits. The goal is simple. Inspire York Countyans to come together and show pride in their community and contribute to support life-changing work of local nonprofits. I mean, that's amazing. And on May 4th, 2018, you visit givelocalyork.org at 12 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time to donate to the nonprofits of your choice. Giving will go further because they already have $100,000 in a stretch goal.
Yep.
That presented
And
by the
thank you,
sponsors
Stretch Goal.
of People's Bank and Powder Mill Foundation and York County Community Foundation and the Arthur J. Lee R. Gladfelder Foundation. Plus, they have $50,000 in additional stretch goal
How cool
dollars.
is this?
Thanks to the
Cultural Alliance
Cultural Alliance of
and
York
United
and
Way.
United
Yeah, and we're
Thank you
United
so
Way
much.
agency. So
Thank you.
yeah, that's
And,
great for us.
You know, nonprofits can also compete to win special prizes throughout the night, dine outs, and you know the goal is to raise $1 million. We definitely want to go past $1 million, right? And it's a celebration. It's a celebration of feeling good and getting in touch with and really getting to know what's going on in York on the non-for-profit. We're so interconnected in so many ways. Businesses use non-for-profits. Non-for-profits use businesses. I mean, we have to eat somewhere. We got to stay somewhere. We got to get copies somewhere. We got to get computers somewhere.
Right.
We got to get stuff everywhere. We are so interconnected and blended, and this is going to showcase how awesome we are in York County. And it's about the human race, people. It's a new day in York.
In all these tides, we rise together.
Boom.
Whoa.
Amen. Right? So, for anyone else that's coming out here, was it hard to do an interview here?
You're very easy to talk to. Except if you make a left turn, then I gotta follow you. No, thank you so much for allowing me to be here.
But you didn't have to prep, did you? There was
I did prep, but I didn't really need to prep.
Did you use any of your prep?
I didn't.
We just had fun because
We had a
you
good
already know what
time.
you're doing.
I do know what
And
I'm
we're
doing.
going to show them, and we're excited. So they're going to be able to reach out they're going to be able to come to Central Market and meet you.
We will be there at Central Market. We're reading. I think Local probably has everything posted, if I'm not mistaken. You have to ask Megan when you see her later.
Well, for the ones that aren't reading out there that need to go through your program that can hear it, they want to come down and see.
Come on down.
At midnight. Central Market's going to
be
open.
Well, I don't know when Central Market's
open. Oh, yeah, midnight.
It's midnight?
We'll be there.
So, hey, I need volunteers to be in the booth.
so they could use some volunteers.
We could, for this event too.
Yeah, so please, if you've never volunteered, step in. You don't have to worry. No one's worried about perfect. They're looking for people with a purpose. If you want to be a part of this purpose, come in. It's so much fun. You'll love the people. And everyone takes care of everybody.
And we're doing it for each other as a community. Because
our families use this and people use it and don't know it.
Right.
And now you're going to get to know it. And that's the cool part.
That's the very cool part. Do we have to do this again?
Yeah, hustle muscle, man. Can you please share and invite? Can you ask your friends to share and invite? It doesn't hurt, does it?
Please share and invite.
Does it matter?
It does matter. I don't have enough friends.
I shared them all. No, I got your groups too. I might kick you out of a couple of your groups.
You told me I needed 5,000 friends. I don't have that many.
Well, you can start working on it. I'll show you how to get them.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you have a purpose, then you have 5,000 people you can share with. That really helps out, right? Because you could be in your house. You could be anywhere. Social media is on your phone.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So we depend on the community to share and invite. So please do that. Give Local York. It's going to be amazing. The excitement that's already building up is crazy.
It's great. It's so exciting. It really is.
If you put all the holidays if you put Easter, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's, July 4th, all of it, and your vacation, there it is. Good.
That's excitement.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, seriously.
It really is.
It's going to be, 200.
200, it's more than 200 nonprofits and more than $1 million. I just know it. I know it's going to take.
Yeah, so it's super exciting, but we want everybody to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
So,
if you are from York County, step up, get involved.
Yeah, if you went to college here, if you know anyone here, if you have relatives here, if you've ever been through here. Do you know that we're the first capital of the United States?
I did know that.
Yes, and it's right out there on the sign.
Articles of Incorporation.
Yeah, it's right out there. It's the sign.
That's the York History Center. Yeah. I bet they're in here too. Yeah. So please tell people and share. It's really just a fun opportunity. It's like if you were going to an event
that put everything like the Super Bowl, the World Series, the Stanley Cup, all of that. No, but for being the joy that you're going to get out of being a part of this event, right? Because there's those people that are going to say, I wish they went. And I'm telling you, just come on now.
There's going to be things everywhere.
All around the whole county. It's a county-wide.
And it's First Friday, so there's going to be things everywhere.
The whole county.
There's so much to do.
Yes.
I've been hearing all the different things that are going to go on. And, I mean, you're not going to be able to go anywhere without tapping into something.
And I see them on social media everywhere. That's where I get online. I just look on social media.
Right.
It goes there before anywhere else now. You can look at your phone and you're like, oh, okay, that happened.
He's going to make me, like, pay attention to my phone now.
Man, also my soul. But we want to get people to where they can use this for the right thing, so they can use. I love how you say everyday literacy or whatever you call it. Functional literacy. That's important. I mean, that's a mission.
It is a mission.
That's not having, here's our policy. That's a functional. That's why they incorporated math, because it became relevant. Right?
Workplace literacy,
computers,
financial literacy, health literacy.
Health literacy, I'm big on that.
So scary when you can't read a prescription. So scary. So dangerous.
Yeah, and knowing why. So they're doing big stuff.
We are.
And we want to help them be a part of the expansion. So if you want to help them to keep being able to expand on helping more people, it's one person at a time. It's not 100, it's not 1,000. It's one human being that gets touched.
That's right. One at a time.
And that takes resources in every way. And we need your help. So when you share and invite this, someone that lays it on their heart is going to help either financially, volunteer, share and invite. There's so many ways.
Love it. I love it. May 4th.
I love it. I love it. So we're out. We did more than 15. Did it seem like it was 30? Is that okay?
That was fine with me.
All right, cool. So our next show is the insurance show I have going on in 10 minutes. So we're going to wrap this up, but let's tell them anything that you want to let them know, because you brought out a lot of good stuff. So if there's nothing we touched on, think about the things you prepared so we can make sure that we touch on everything. If there's anything you want to look at, I want to make sure that we get a clear message. And how can people find you? Okay,
so you can find us at yorkliteracy.org or at 717-845-8719, or go to Give Local. We are under the leaderboard. You'll see all the names of the agencies. We're down by the Y's alphabetically, but you can find us. We have, as I said, we have a number of programs. We work with over 900 people every year, and they're from York County. Did you know there's 40,000? Did I tell you this? There's 40,000 individuals in York County who need our help.
No, I didn't hear that.
40,000, yeah, because when they do the testing and the statistics, 1 out of every 7 adults needs help with literacy skills.
One out of
7. Now imagine you're in Walmart or in the mall or at the grocery store or at the Ref Stadium. 1 out of 7 adults are going to need your help. So that's why we exist, and we're tipping the iceberg, but we'd love to do a bigger and better job.
Well, we want to help you out with that. So if everyone can share and invite this feed, that would definitely help. And if you can share to some of your groups. Hey, Brandon.
Dave. Hi, Dave.
Dave, if you can share to some of your groups, that would be phenomenal.
Yes, so please share.
Let's go find them. What's this? Let's go find them.
Where are you going?
Hold on. I got to go back.
He's so much fun.
Hey, this is awesome. Well, I love it because, you think everyone thinks everyone knows about them, but they really don't know about you. And sometimes
unless you need the service, you probably won't look for us.
No. And that's the thing. I don't know what's going on with my Apple TV, but whatever.
I would say that out of probably those 200 nonprofits that are going to participate, most people don't know who they are, what they do. And so this is an opportunity for you, the audience,
but
to come out and look.
16 years, right? Like, here's the thing. I love to dig in and find out why someone's doing it.
Hello, Lydia.
Hi. And that's the most important part. Put your money where people are putting their work, right? Where their passion is. And that's what everyone thinks, non-for-profits are so, if people ran their business like non-for-profits, they'd have more for non-for-profits, right?
There you go. Yeah, I like that.
But think about it, because y'all run lean. I mean, people do a lot.
We do run lean.
I mean, and that's just, just think about it. So these are companies that are serving our families.
Christine.
Hi. They're serving our families. This is our executive producer, Brian Ryan.
Hello.
Bye,
Hi. Nice to see you. Sorry I'm a little bit late.
Did I never
You're
say
late.
no?
You're not late. I just had extra time.
So we had fun. We're talking about York Literacy Council.
Oh, awesome. That's a
York,
great.
the York
We need
County
that.
Literacy Council.
There you go.
And it's amazing. They do functional literacy.
Functional literacy. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
You don't
Do
know
you want a
what
few minutes on here to say hi to people?
Yeah.
Come on.
Do you want to get the screen back up on the back up there?
Yeah, you know what? It was acting funny, so I took it.
Okay, that's no
I
problem.
love him. He's awesome. You didn't meet Ryan yet. He's awesome.
Hi, Ryan.
We had
Hi,
fun
nice
at
to
what
meet
we
you.
do.
Nice to meet you.
He's our executive producer at All Live Media.
So I do know this, and in York County, we have a huge need for this. Huge, because from my point of view, because I do a lot of real estate. I'm in the real estate business. I see people that don't read. They can't read the contracts. They cannot sign their names. We have other issues, and that they can't understand the paperwork. And on my end, we try to take extra special care of them. They look over the contracts, and you're telling them what they say, and they don't believe it.
Right.
Because they think
You know what?
we're
That's
trying to
important.
deceive
I didn't even think of that.
That's
You know? And so now they're stuck in a situation because they might not already trust you because you're a professional and they think you're trying to sell them something, right? Even though you're just doing real estate
And at
and
the
it's
end of
all
the day-
written out. So that is important. That's
It is
huge.
important.
And
It's
how many
huge.
people did you say need the services? Listen to this number.
40,000 in York County.
40,000.
That's adults 16 years or older. 40,000 is our estimate.
With a 4,
With a
people.
4.
With a 4. Share it and write this out. Everyone needs to hear that number. That's 40,000 people.
That's right. That's
That's a
right.
huge number.
Adults.
That's a huge number.
That is a huge number. That is a huge number.
40,000, Shane.
Listen, we were talking, it's, the effects in the community are huge when people can't. They might resort to options that they don't know are available, and they might resort to the wrong ones because they,
Right.
when you back someone in a corner,
Options.
they end up not looking right sometimes because it's fight or flight, and I talked about that.
Right.
So, and everyone needs the help, and our job, and what we can asking you for out there on social media is to share and invite, because really, if people don't hear this interview today with Bobby and,
It's incredible. That number, 40,000. I can't get past that. It's 40,000.
In York County.
That's a baseball stadium.
yeah.
It is more than a baseball stadium.
Yeah.
It's probably 4 or 5 of our baseball
Oh,
stadiums.
no, yeah, I mean, like a professional.
Oh.
A professional big one with everything.
But it's
Right.
4 or 5 of the Revs. Let's say that. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Right.
I mean, where are they in our community? Take 4 or 5.
And we were just talking about this, 1 in 7. So if you're in a room with a group of adults, chances are, and the interesting
Yeah,
part is
Jessica.
you will never really
No.
know unless you have to do that contact,
Yeah.
because they learn to cope, the coping mechanisms, they have to.
Yeah.
And it's not saying that they're not intelligent people.
That's right. That's exactly
There
right.
is-
Because they're very intelligent because they find a way around it, and so.
And so people with learning disabilities may have to circumvent the regular reading
My
process.
neighbor, before I lived where I live now, would come over and bring me his mail to read it to him.
Right.
And I mean, who would have thought that? I moved, I never thought of that. And he's
Yes.
coming, hey, could you read this to me? And then I read it, and he just kept going back and kept coming back. And we
Did it
developed
never
a
dawn
wonderful.
on you?
What? No, it didn't.
It
Right.
never dawned on you that he couldn't read.
No, he told me he couldn't
Oh,
read. Right from the very beginning, he couldn't read. He told me that.
Okay,
He said, look,
okay.
I can't read. I need you to read this.
So how would you benefit from money? So let me ask you this: where does your money go when someone gives you money?
Our
Where
money-
does it go?
The majority of our money goes to programs. So we have our adult reading program, which we talked about.
And what is that in school? Do
Classes.
people come to you
Yes, we have classes going all day.
at your facility?
At our facility. We also have some classes in Hanover. We partner with a couple of different agencies and have classes at their facilities
So
also.
what would you do with the expansion when you have money? I know you're probably just trying to keep going, but if you had enough to, because we look at expansion, what would you guys do? More people, or would you expand Hanover?
Actually,
or-
my wish, and I probably shouldn't say it out loud, but my wish is that we'd have a family literacy center that we would be able to invite the children, the parents, their parents and the children, so the parents who need to learn could come there to learn and feel comfortable because their kids are there learning or doing an activity.
So what do you mean? What does that facility look like compared to yours? What is it?
So right now we don't have any childcare. We don't have any.
So you mean there would be a facility for transportation and.
That's another partnership that I think that we could probably.
So with Rabbit, put a transportation.
Rabbit or the community. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sorry.
It's not the car.
Council.
Community Progress Council is one of our partner agencies too. But the child center, the family center would have a child's component to it, and this is in the future. This is one.
Right, but we like.
But we're aiming for that, right?
So
because
the family comes in, there
parents,
has to be a place for the kids to go.
Right.
So you need
And
the
so
church
when we-
has daycare for when you go to the services like that.
When we worked with the Community Progress Council, we had a high school equivalency class there. The parents would bring their children in. Community Progress Council took them to their regular preschool classroom or school classroom, and they worked with them while we were downstairs. And one of the moms said, "Honey, I'm going to go to my school tonight, and you're going to go to your school." And it was a family opportunity, and showing the child that learning is so important. And that's how we start to help kids.
I mean, it's better than a series. They could be doing that rather than watching a series on TV. They could be at leveling up, and we want that.
There's lots
and we
of
need it.
Hello, Annette.
Hey.
Hi, Annette.
Hi. How's everyone?
Is there statistics out there that say that people who cannot read perform or are more active in criminal activity and stuff like that? Or what
70% of the people in prison dropped out of school, dropped out of high school, or dropped out of school.
So it's 7 out of 10.
70%, right?
Wow.
People who, let's see, our students are always at the lowest, illiterate and functionally illiterate, are always at the lowest socioeconomic levels. So they're probably the ones who have, as I said, a couple of different jobs, but don't have any benefits, don't have that, extra money for childcare. And that's where they really need. Oh, he's breaking.
Time to take a swing at literacy, huh?
There you go.
Time to take a swing. It's time to knock it out of the park.
That's Tim Psycho from York County makes these bats, so Psycho bats. So take a swing at literacy and help them out. Right? Take a swing.
Right here it is.
Take a swing at stomping it. Huh? Well.
Seen me with a bat before.
DK, Douglas Knight. Doug Knight is awesome, man.
Yes.
What he's doing in York. Doug is awesome. Doug, you're awesome. Appreciate y'all. So
just remember, we can donate on the day of giving here in York. You can give to
directly
Local York or directly to the York Literacy Council. They're going to get the money. 100%.
Yeah, there's
right. So all that go give Local York, and you select who you want to donate to. And there's, as I said, over 200 nonprofits, and Megan's got some good news for you later, I'm sure. And it's so exciting. And shout out again to the York Federal Fellows, of which I am one. That we love them. They, the fellows are all nonprofit leaders. In their own right, and then they're working towards a larger cause of bringing this community
we love it
for one day. So, again, our goal's 1 million, but if we could beat Lancaster,
That would be great. That would be great. I would like to beat Lancaster. May 4th is when this is happening. You can give the entire day. You can give directly to the Literacy Council, or you can give directly through Give Local York and do it right on the website at givelocalyork.org. Give today.
If someone doesn't like getting on social media, should they worry about coming here to do an interview? Should they worry?
Oh, no, don't worry. Everything's good. Just take the bat.
I love that.
We're out of here. I love it.
Thank you very much for coming.
So much.
We really feel great that you agreed.
Boom. Shut it down. It's all.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
So we'll get some pictures up here.
Okay.